Good evening, folks of SpeedGaming. We are just about to get underway here with another match from the Metroid Prime Mentor Tournament. Tonight we are featuring Slucky versus Astral Echoes. I'm joined in the booth here by my co-com Meepy. How you doing tonight, Meepy?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing? How are you doing, Baha?
How you doing?
Fine.
Doing good. Last minute jumping in here. As well, we're joined in the booth by Rollin Tank here doing the tracking for us tonight. Thank you, Rollin. Our mentors tonight, let me take a quick look. Looks like Astral is being supported by Dacian and Slucky by Schwartz Gandhi.
Gotcha.
No runners agreements, so we're going to see the basic vanilla start here.
Are you familiar with the skill set of the runners here? Or are
I
they
know
quote
so
unquote
both have
strangers
some
to you?
amount of experience in racing. They are both sitting at, I believe, 1-1. Yep, that's correct. So looking to pick up a second win here.
Our first item here at Space Jump is a missile.
Yeah, not a logical one, but probably isn't going to deter our runners from chasing that into Artifact Temple. What is that? That's bombs behind
Yeah,
the ship.
and maybe also checking crash triggered site.
Yeah, Astral is one of the couple of folks that are actually participating in this tournament from both angles. They've got the requisite experience to be a mentor, and also felt like they had enough to learn that they wanted to race as well.
Interesting. I haven't heard of that yet.
Yeah, I think Soaring Wyvern, I think, is also doing the same. That might be it. Maybe I'm forgetting somebody. But yeah, there's definitely there's a wide range in kind of what we were looking for, either for the mentors or the mentees here. Anyone but the real top runners, we were happy to invite as racers. But also even intermediate-ish level players still have a lot to teach some of the newest folks. So there is definitely plenty to learn in this game across a pretty wide skill range. Astro going to give us these right away. Gathering Hall Research Core.
Well, I'm
Vault.
making notes of them. Vault. Gravity chamber.
Oops.
Tower chamber. And sun chamber.
Alright. Not too bad, honestly. Those Gravity Chamber the worst. Did just find one of the pieces to get the upper item logically, at least. Not certain about the comfort level of the runners with the getting the upper item or the lower item out of logic here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
otherwise,
artifacts
most
and
of them are
chambers.
in Chozo with the two, one of them being in Fen. So
Sorry, what was that?
Most of the artifacts here are in Chozo, with two of them being in Fen, so that shouldn't be too difficult to get them.
Yeah, definitely a seed where I expect we're going to get a fairly early phase-on hint. Unless phase-on obviously turns up early, which would be lovely. But yeah, definitely when the artifacts are somewhat easily available, I do think it's often a strong play to... already a little bit of route divergence. Astral going to play below Root Cave here. Slucky going straight into Chozo. Now we know from it being an expansion in Alcove that Hive Mecha does have something logical. The issue is it can't just be launcher and expect you to come back all the way here to this check that Astral's doing. So this could be nothing.
It's just
all
nothing.
Right.
Not
So
even
Slucky,
bothering picking that one up.
Slucky gonna get away with a little bit here. Gonna take maybe almost a minute lead. Honestly, this check is kind of slow. But I do still recommend usually to mentees that I'm working with anyways to do this just because it's so painful. If something like a morph ball is here, to have to turn around at Hive Mecha when you could otherwise continue onwards.
Ooh. Yeah.
Tank and Nursery. Would be nice. We will have bombs before too long here. I wonder if either runner will choose to head back here to grab that, especially if we're... Yeah,
so Slucky probably not doing the peak here. At least it would very much surprise me if they did.
Mm-hmm. Still still not necessarily a bad idea, even though we know bombs are early. Like, if you're willing to not get that play for that artifact, or
Oh.
sorry, that E-tank, this does let you skip this whole region forever if you
Never
do get
mind,
this
they are
peak.
going for it, and it's, let me see, just a missile.
Yep.
So not gonna bother coming back here either. Meanwhile, I think there was space jump on the grapple edge.
Oh yeah, I sure didn't
Or
look
did
at
my
any of
eyes
these.
deceive me on that?
That would be unbelievably hilarious, actually.
That would explain the other grapple at least.
So the grapple edge item is in logic with space jump and grapple. Oh no, here's space jump. Okay, I was gonna say. So yeah, that grapple edge item is in logic with space jump and grapple from main plaza. If you don't have space jump and only have grapple, that item's only in logic by going all the way through training chamber. So we would
So
need
you would
like,
need Varia Suit and Wave Beam and Boost Wall.
yep.
And yeah, that vision clip has been found very recently. I think it's like 2 weeks old, so
Yeah, it's such a good trick though. All you need is a
yeah.
missile, which you're probably going to have already, and it saves you the decision point later of needing to decide if you need to come back here or not.
The peak at Waterway Hall, I think is the room name.
We can peek the ruined gallery tunnel item now with
Ruined
missile.
Gallery.
Yeah.
Still a bit rusty on the prime room names.
Yeah, so what happens is this actually was accidentally discovered by my mentor or my mentee Booyah Man in our race. In PPC we found it working, but Schwartz then took that technique and started cooking with it. And basically
Yeah,
if you destroy a blast cap or a box, it pushes your camera backwards a bit. Oh hello, that's I think plasma beam in the tree.
And Astral has just gotten Space Jump from Hive Mecha. So
And the Varia suit was up on grapple edge.
yeah,
Okay.
that was the one I then didn't look at properly.
But anyways, yeah, so if you shoot a missile at the blast caps in Ruin Gallery with your back up to the wall here, you can get a look at this item.
Yep. Which is pretty helpful.
Mhm.
Yeah, now Slucky is probably... They may check the item in Frigate Crash Site, because I don't think that one was checked yet, but otherwise probably just gonna be straight to Magmore.
Yeah, so we don't have more for Frigate Crash yet. I'm curious, did Slucky not do
Right.
Shrine? That's actually kind of interesting. If you skip Ruin Shrine.
I can't remember.
Because yeah, the vanilla morph ball is definitely a possibility right now. And Varia definitely, or like Varia, can indicate going to Magmore, but actually going to Magmore without morph and explosives does.
Yeah,
feel a
especially
little
since
bad.
Shrine is so close nearby. It's not that much of a
Maybe gonna farm
detour.
some health here. Yeah, without morph, we do need to take the wade through the lava a little bit here in this first room of Magmore. So
Which also I think is not logical.
it is in logic, and it doesn't require any energy actually to do that. So this getting a Warrior Shrine and Tricops Bit are perfectly in logic right now with these items.
Okay.
And in fact, with Ruin Shrine being nothing, that is all we have. Something will be in one of those two checks.
Is that not behind a trick to dip into the lava?
No. Oh well, maybe beginner movement, but we have beginner movement in gold. Yeah, this Magmore's a jerk, but they do also always drop red health. So problem is it takes the drop us.
What was in tree? It looked important.
I believe it was plasma beam in tree.
Ah.
Yeah, chat confirming they have a better look at it than we do on the restream, so I will believe them.
It just looked like something red to me.
So yeah, Astral gonna follow back here. Gonna be even slightly more behind Slucky, given that Slucky also managed to get away with skipping Ruin Shrine. So these skips playing a little bit risky here on Slucky's side, which I mean that's a way to get ahead, and so far it is working out.
Yep.
He extends the lead by a little bit more. We'll be the first one to get to what presumably is going to be a morph ball here in Magmore that we can take back and go get our bombs and landing site. What else could it even be here? I guess like X-Ray could show up. X-Ray and supers for like a Morphin Arbor Chamber would be kind of fun. Nice backup climb there from Slucky after a little bit of an unfortunate fall.
Falling down accidentally, yeah. And this one is morphed.
There we go.
So yeah, it can't be vanilla because Astral checked Ruined Shrine.
So now we have a choice. We can push on. We can do Triclops Pit and Storage Cavern here. But it's a little
Or we could
awkward
warp
because, like,
back to the ship.
we know we're not finding bombs there. Yeah, we're leaving. I like this. We know we're not finding bombs there. It's a fairly annoying backtrack to come out of those rooms rather than being able to push on into Lava Lake. So I like just backtracking here.
Getting bombs also, I think, gives you the possibility to check more in Chozo. Which... not sure that's a good idea now.
We need some health here. This is not enough health for us to get through that last room. That helps. We probably still want to kill the Magmore. Okay, I guess we can kill this next Magmore. And once he's dead, we actually don't lose that much health.
Oh, we can't kill the next Magma.
Oh, we have Morph. We can just do this.
Oh, right.
So,
Just to think, oh, that was very close there.
Jesus Christ. Don't say
Surviving
okay.
with a perfect amount of
Whew.
HP.
Alright. We lived. That's all that matters.
Pulling up another read here and barely surviving.
Yep. 1 health is all you need.
And Astro now shortly following and getting that Morphbot as well.
Yeah, fortunately these zoomers are fairly likely to drop purple, so we should be able to actually get a decent amount of energy, so we're not even really in danger from these beetles. Yeah.
Yeah, the chance of dying while getting to the ship is rather low.
There is the more for Astral as well. We'll see what Astral decides in terms of either pressing onwards in Magmore or also bailing and heading straight back for the bombs.
And they seem to also be going back
Yep,
to get
seems
the
like
bombs. Definitely the safer option, I feel like.
Yeah, I like this play. Ideally, at some point later, when we do want to route into Magmore, we can just head through like Lava Lake, and we'll pick up all the remaining checks in Magmore on the way to Fen.
Yeah, because we need to go to like Plant anyway.
Yeah, actually,
So we
yeah, I
might
like
just-
that route in general. Just like head over to
Because-
Zoid, then turn around
yeah.
and do Plant.
We know one artifact is in Sun Chamber. We don't know whether it's Flagra or the ghosts after. But
Oh, that's
we
true.
need to kill Flagra anyway, so we might as well, after killing Flagra, head back into Magma and collect the other checks there.
I actually somewhat disagree. Unless you do early Wild, I think it is dangerous to do Plant here without Spider. Because if you wait until you have Spider, you can always get both checks at once.
Right.
But if we do Plant now and we don't do early Wild and it's on Ghosts, we're now locked into needing Supers, which is definitely scary because those can be almost anywhere.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Problem with that is sometimes like Plant will have Spider, and then you're putting off Plant for a million years waiting to find Spider Ball, and you never do because it was just there the whole time. That exact thing has happened to me before, and I was unhappy with it.
Oh, it did? Oh, that sounds annoying. That sounds very annoying. Now, let's see whether Slucky will be going back to Chozo. Yes, they will. Okay. So cleaning up the rest of the Chozo checks. Probably now going to Ruined Shrine, checking those 3 checks there.
Yeah, so this works out nicely. Yeah, it's lucky not going to have to dip Ruined Shrine more than twice this seed, whereas Astral will be going there 2 or 3 times. Here's the bombs.
And now saving and also probably going back to Chozo.
Yep, I think they still need to head over to FCS if they want to do that. Looks like they do. Makes a lot
Oh,
of sense. Perfectly
don't think
logical.
Slucky checked. Wait, no, they did. Never mind. There's one more missile.
I guess actually, I've looped around again, and now I don't mind doing plant. And the reason for that is supers are hard recorded this seed for us, anyways, because we need them for plasma, and then we're right back in the area to do ghosts, anyways.
Right.
So actually, the fact that something important is in the tree makes me not worried about doing plant early.
Yeah. I wonder how Slucky is gonna route the rest here. They may go to Vault and try to do like the few items there.
I would put Vault off. So Vault we know Vault is
Is
an
an
artifact,
artifact,
so
yeah.
ideally we just grab that as we're heading into Lava Lake. Yeah. I think that exact decision might have happened there.
Yep. Oh, and Astral is pushing on further into Magmor. That's... yeah. Wondering whether they'll want to clean up the rest of the available Magmor checks or actually dare to go... Oh!
Oh, okay. Maybe
Oh.
if Astral knows like Arbor Chamber out of bounds, but prefers to have bombs for it, which is definitely like a reasonable place to be in. Maybe they wanted to wait for the bombs and then come back here and do both checks here.
Yeah. Because the Astral, the Arbor Chamber out of bounds can be a bit risky if you don't have bombs, because with bombs you're just able to recover much more easily. And there's Wave Beam.
That's nice. That's really nice. So that saves us a trip in Ruined Shrine. We get to do the Tower of Light stuff right away, whereas Lucky will have to backtrack for that. Could even tempt us to make a Magmor and defend play? Delay Chozo entirely. But yeah, I guess there's so many artifacts in Chozo. Oh, interesting. So Astral prefers, rather than blindly jumping, just trying to get to the door here and make the room visible. This is a really good backup if you ever miss this jump. Just try to get the door to load. Although, there we go.
Yep.
Because now with the room
And
visible, you can actually see exactly where this hole that you're trying to jump into is.
Yeah. But I also feel like just blindly doing trying to fall into the hole isn't that difficult, considering it's just into in the same line as the door itself.
Mm-hmm.
So you just have to worry about not getting too far behind and then falling down.
We are rewarded with an early PB. It's definitely a universe where I'm somewhat tempted to just like go crazy on this seed and just go and defend here, but maybe it's smarter to do Chozo.
Trying to think what they can do with that power bomb, because they have bombs, so it's not...
Let's just finish up everything in Magmor so we can do like the Warrior
Shrine
stuff,
and the other check in the tube. Yeah.
Alright, couple E-tanks for us. Nothing else really of note yet in... Oh, true. Right. Yeah, TCA and Magma Pool both in play for Astral, whereas Slucky has not had access.
Especially since Astral also has Wave Beam.
Mm-hmm.
So they might at least...
this X-ray visor? Right here? Feels like it needs to be soon. Nope. Astral gonna clean up Vault now. Ah, there was our launcher up on Vault Ledge.
I'm still deciding to go get the artifact now, which is interesting. I would have just done it when heading down into Magma from the elevator on this side.
Yeah, unless... I mean, I think with Wave having showed up, we may be less likely to ever need to make the Lava Lake area cleanup. I don't know. We still have plan. Yeah, this feels a little premature to me. I don't think it's a huge deal though.
No, but
It's kind of a 2-room. I don't think
yeah,
we
it's like
backtrack
30
either
second
way,
ish.
whether you're coming from the elevator or from main plaza. So it is. I think Astral did not scout. Sorry, the gallery tunnel. I'm gonna head back here. Maybe this is also just a play for the E-Tank.
That could also be, but I kind of doubt that it's just for the tank alone.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Slucky is doing Zoid. And probably, at least, I don't think Zoid will have anything important here. Although that could be our X-Ray, probably. Not probably, maybe.
Yeah, it does. It does feel to me like X-ray should be soon. But yeah,
Yeah, we know X-Ray is required to get the wave beam.
Mm-hmm.
So X-Ray should be somewhere in Chozo.
Now it can be. There's a couple places like it can be in Fen Canyon, or like Transit Tunnel A. Some of the like Magmore towards Fen area that we haven't seen yet. Astral is heading back for this gallery tunnel.
I'm trying to think of what bombs would unlock more.
Yeah, we don't have a ton of logic. I think it's just lower furnace, plant, transport A access. I guess we haven't seen the first 3 checks in Magmore either. Lava Lake, Tricops Pit, Storage Cavern, and then I think Fen Canyon is the only thing we have in the Fen.
Yeah, neither of us have visited Fen yet, so absolutely no info on that.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see if Astral gets paid out here for this wave beam. I kind of expect that by the time Slucky finds the wave, they're going to be playing Magmore Defend. So if there's anything good wave locked in Chozo, Astral may be ahead to it by quite a bit. This could be pretty big if either Tower of Light or Training Chamber area have anything.
They also have more than enough missiles at this point to do Tower of Light normally without a scan dash if they are unable to do that.
Oh, Tower Chamber was one. Okay, how could I forget all
Oh.
the chambers? Okay,
Right.
so that will drag Slucky back here eventually. Yeah, but that's boost. I have no evidence. Yeah, it could be.
It would be funny if Plant has or Sun Chamber has 2 progression items, one for the artifact and one other.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me that much.
Astral deciding to peek the item here. Which is just a power bomb expansion, so not gonna bother with that.
Nice, but not too important. We already have one, at least, on Astral's end.
Yeah, especially since I don't think they're feeling that comfortable with the sloped, with the scan dashes to get up there.
Mm-hmm.
So it definitely makes sense to just not waste the 30-ish missiles to get up there.
Slucky is heading up to the plant fight here, so he's following that route I think we talked about earlier, where plant into Magmore. See what we find in the first check of Sun Chamber.
Interesting also to see that Slucky is not using the bombs to skip the gate here.
Yeah, it is a bit of a...
It is not that easy, but it's also not terribly difficult to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
it takes a little bit of learning, like how the like forward acceleration on the morph ball bomb jumps work, so that you can have a decent amount of forward momentum when you get to the top, but not brush up against it on the way up, because that'll just completely kill your momentum.
Doing it in reverse is definitely more difficult, but it's also not like we have any reason or any big reason to go here in reverse later.
Mm-hmm.
So Maybe worth a trick learning later. If they decide to watch the VOD here.
Alright, here's these two checks that Slucky did not have access to coming up on Astral's side. Tower of Light did not pay out, but will these two reward us for sequence breaking that wave and the power bomb?
A knee tank? And nothing.
Alright.
And what will be
coming
here?
up Astral here. Oh, hello!
Oh.
That's a...
Was that gravity or phase on?
I didn't get a good enough look.
I just saw it was a suit, but couldn't tell which one.
That is a spicy location. So yeah, morph and spider needed for that. Or a multi-room wall crawl.
But I don't think either of them is gonna do the multi-room wall crawl. I think that we can safely put out of the question here.
And it looked like it was the artifact in Sun Chamber for Slucky. Well, I say looked like, but I just heard the artifact jingle, and that's what I'm going off of. And yep, oh yeah, let's get Vault out of the way, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Alright, chat's starting to lean towards it being gravity there, which is very interesting. You maybe get an opportunity to come back and grab that when, depending on when supers turn up. We'll be in the area again to go get our plasma.
Unless we just get plasma really, really early, but we will see.
Yeah, I wonder if Slucky was hoping to find supers here in Chozo before leaving, because it would have been really nice to have that plasma in hand before getting to the Shorelines area.
Yeah.
But the seed may have other ideas. Just put supers in fence. You got to backtrack here.
It seems like chat also can't quite decide on whether it's gravity or phase on suit.
Oh, okay.
Some are saying it looked a lot like gravity. Some are saying it looked a lot like phase on. So I hope at least Astral got to know which suit of them it was.
Seems like we need more training on identifying suits. Yeah, stuff's always easier to see in person, or when you're playing yourself, because you can you can wait there as long as it takes you to process it and then leave. Versus,
and you also don't have like much lower quality.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Slucky is heading back into Magma, probably to clean up the lava lake checks. While Astral is saving before Zoid. Oh, so that if Zoid is useless, they can just instantly get out.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if X-Ray shows up in one of these next 3 checks. Oh, okay.
Yeah, there it is. Right
when
there.
X-Ray shows up in one of these next 3 checks, I wonder if Slucky will take that cue to go to Root Cave here before Fen. It would be nice to have that wave in hand.
Having X-Ray early is usually always an indicator that Root Cave has something important. At least from my experience, anyway.
Guess we're going for this bomb jump here. First attempt looked good, but yes, there we go.
There.
You have a bit of a better time if you aim for the kind of edge of the corner of the gate, I suppose, rather than the middle.
Let's see what Triclops here has. And just a missile.
Terra missiles, yeah, didn't we? Well, I mean, we left the X-ray behind in Lava Lake, so hopefully Astral does clean that up after plant. Seems fairly likely that that's the next game plan from after this fight. But you never know.
Yeah, it's not the first time that we as commentators completely misread on what the runners actually had in mind or wanted to do, so...
Yeah, I'm just guessing.
We're guessing as much as the players are guessing on what Randy decided to do.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like...
No
Ooh,
Ricave
Slucky
yet.
is... Yeah.
Yeah, we are going to get kind of forced out of Phendrana here. This doesn't matter too much as long as super... Like, assuming supers are next. As long as supers aren't wave locked, that's okay for us. I am shocked how many missiles our mentees are skipping throughout this tournament. Like I would have grabbed that missile. it's fast. Missiles are good. You don't want to have to spend time
Yeah,
farming
especially...
them later or
how
not
many
have them
missiles
for fights.
does Slucky have right now? Because you definitely do want to have, like, a few missiles at least for Tower of Light anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, they have 45, I think. Yeah. So maybe they're just feeling comfortable enough with the missile position that they just don't feel like picking that one up.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's a cool looking Metroid
Ooh.
there.
I just noticed Astral has like 4 artifacts already. So
Yeah,
they're
so we got
only
the tower
missing
chamber.
Research Core and Gravity Chamber, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
research
then
core we can
just
already do with the
Wave was
observatory
in
deck
Wood
anyways.
Cave.
Yeah, Wave and Root Cave. Astral also sequence broke a PB expansion out of
Arbor
Rubber
Chamber.
Chamber. Yep.
So from what it looks like to me at least is that Ice Beam and... Well, we know where Plasma is, so that's not that big of an issue. But Ice Beam and Supers could be about anywhere, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for those just joining us, Plasma, we believe, is in the tree, and a suit that chat is divided on whether it's Gravity or Phazon is in Training Chamber. And Astral, with the earlier wave, did grab an artifact out of Tower Chamber. That's Slucky is not good. I don't know what the other one Astral has that Slucky doesn't is, though.
Mm. Good question, I can't remember.
As a third one gets
Vault. Vault.
Okay. No, then, yeah, I think Vault maybe just didn't get marked for Slucky there. We're going to head up, it looks like, and peek Chozo Ice Temple in case it's Vanilla Wave. Fortunately, we don't have any items to scout Chozo Ice Temple here. Oh, I don't think I caught Ice Runes West.
Yeah, I didn't caught it either.
So we're going to give us one more new check that we did not get to see on Slucky's side with that sequence broken
Astral.
power bomb.
On Slucky's? You mean on Astral side?
Astral, sorry, yes.
Meanwhile, Slucky now picking your chapel. And... Oh, that was very hard to see. I think that was a missile?
Didn't see much orange, but I don't know what it was.
Definitely had to actually see the item sometimes here at the restream.
Yeah. This, the seed is an eye test for us. Lots of visual checks.
So with that wave beam, I would assume at least that our next progression is wave beam locked. At least judging by the fact that Slucky hasn't found any other progression so far.
Yeah, I think Slucky's out of checks besides Root Cave at this point. Presumably that is where we're going. Probably not going to be super thrilled to see that they missed wave before heading into Fen.
Yeah.
That is how it be sometimes. It was pretty slow to walk through from Monitor Station up to the elevator to check Root Cave and back. So like I get gambling on Fen. And planning to just save warp and do this later if Fen was wrong. But it does feel bad.
Also to answer the question in chat, yes, we as commentators also deal with the compression. We probably get a little bit of get a little less of it because we don't catch the compression from the Twitch side. But we do get a little.
That is true. We do. Vanilla Ice is on the table for us, which is terrifying. There's that way being for Slucky. Oh, okay. We're gonna go for this Seeker's Break as well. Very nice. That will be a nice little power bomb for us on Slucky's side as well.
And that means that when we eventually get back to Magma again, that we can get the other power bomb blocked items there.
Yeah, there we go. So Slucky, yeah, nice job there. So that was the if we didn't have bombs, how you fix it if you jump too far. Doing a little bit of sliding there, get onto the standable to be able to get a jump again. Nicely done. Sure, if Slucky actually went over to do these. Oh wait, I already missed them on the Ice Ruins East side. Did we see the Ice Ruins East checks from Slucky earlier?
I can't remember.
And then I also have no idea what they were, because Astral was clearly just in there, but I missed if anything of interest was in either of those two Ice Ruins East checks.
Definitely another play here from Slucky to not go clean up after Delta Flight, but I assume the thought process behind that is that we know there's an artifact in there anyway, so we might as well do it later when we go grab that artifact.
Yeah, it's interesting, because I sort of have the opposite approach to that, where it's like, if I know I need to do it eventually, and it's kind of out of the way, I might as well do it now,
early.
and I get the other checks in that area for free, in case, like, Ice Beam or something is in Tower of Light.
Especially since I also pretty sure that would be Sluggy's last artifact from Chozo.
Mm-hmm.
So, assuming we don't get Spider and Ice Beam or Plasma, there's no other big reason to go back into...
Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, no, we're not going to Chozo here. We are coming straight back for those super missiles, assuming that Slucky saw them correctly. Okay, yeah. This makes perfect sense. Go get the supers, then go back to Chozo, get your plasma and the artifact at the same time. That is gross. Slucky gonna have to have gone to Fen, to Chozo, to Fen, to Chozo, to Fen.
A bit of a back and forth.
Never feels good. I don't know about that power bomb. Oh, that worked. Okay. Sometimes when you lay a power bomb, like the damage radius of it just is like straight up rays extending from the very center of it. So like if you lay it kind of close to collision like that, it can just completely whiff.
That's Metroid Prime for the Nintendo GameCube for you.
Yeah. Happens to be in like Ruined Shrine sometimes. There's like a little tiny outline of that like more fault tunnel where the bomb slot is. So if you lay a power bomb right up against the wall, it'll just not hit the debris.
Oh, I assume Schwartz's was Astral's mentor, right?
Yes. Oh, did we do the peak?
Yeah, they did the super missile peak.
Nice.
Or at least attempted to. I couldn't actually catch it.
Yeah, that one's actually relatively straightforward. Just push yourself into the corner. There's a certain visual cue on where to
Oh,
aim, and then just fire a super.
Jay apparently corrects ourselves. Apparently Schwartz is Slucky's mentor, not Annette Astral's.
Uh, Thank you, Nye. Unfortunately, that's not super helpful in terms
So
of
it's basically
how to route according to that information. Either a nothing or something important.
that's basically the same info as if they wouldn't have picked it.
I actually find this play from Slucky a little bit odd, given that we know where Plasma is, and that we're probably
Yeah.
coming back here as soon as we find it. I think it's like maybe slightly optimal to just get your supers, leave again, then come back with
Yeah,
Plasma.
that's what I would do, honestly. After supers, just immediately go get plasma. Especially since you're probably gonna stay a bit in Fen anyway, so you might as well get all of the plasma lock checks there.
It's a suit. Oh, baby. All right, well, that's both suits accounted for then.
Ooh. So that... We know where both suits are, so we logically would need to know where Ice Beam is and where Boost Ball is. Do we need Spider?
Spider is also needed for training chamber, unless you do the wall crawl, yes.
Ah, okay. I thought only Boost Ball was needed.
Yeah, boost is enough to get through, like if you needed to get to the grapple ledge, but... Chat is...
Chat is helpful as always.
Well...
It is something. We know it is an item.
Yeah, Slucky into this fight here. We'll grab the supers. See if Astral just commits to the lab play. It would be nice if we could have ice first. Just so we can go all the way through. Rather than... Because currently if we go in, we're going to have to turn around at Research Core and walk all the way back to Observatory, which is fairly slow, because we know we're going to want that artifact by the time we get that far through labs.
Yep. But I also wonder if Astral wouldn't be confident enough to do the slope jump to get out, then they probably would have gone out anyway.
Did we make a pivot save there, or did we just refill health? Because I could actually see still pivot saving out of here and just planning on when we come back for Gravity Chamber with ice, just grab the artifact from the back of labs. That's actually not that slow. But ideally, ice is just here, and then we're in business.
They also still did not collect plasma, which is...
Yeah,
it is helpful.
It kind of works, because like we don't need plasma for anything here in labs. So like
we don't need it, but it's nice to deal with enemies very quickly.
That's fair. Yeah.
But whether that's worth the trade-off to waste the 2 minutes to go back to Chosa and then back to here, Astro doesn't seem to think so, at least.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so here's one check we have in Logic. No, just a missile in Hydra. Again, I would grab that. I don't know.
It's free, so you might as well, but...
Yeah.
This is also unlike... not like AM12, for example, where collecting missiles is worse for you. Here, missiles just... either they waste like 5 seconds, or they do nothing.
Mm-hmm. Do missiles increase, like, Omega's, or the Metroid Queen's health or something?
In AM12, they increase the Queen's health, yeah.
Interesting. Now, what are we doing on Slucky's side? Oh, yeah, so we got another peak there. And now we're thinking ball. Okay, that's good to know.
Oh, yeah, that is definitely a ball. And that's a pivot safe.
What are we doing now from Slucky? Is Slucky also
Is
making
that?
the skip plasma decision here?
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
Yeah. Slucky also seems to just continue onwards onto labs. Or into labs.
I don't know. Maybe. No, I think I don't like this. We want that ball. Like, whatever that ball is, we want it sooner rather than later. I think I just bite the bullet and go back and get your plasma. And it's still real. Like, if we, like, especially on Slucky's side, like, if we can find ice, then we just get to skip all this stuff. We just grab our last 2 artifacts.
Yeah.
The spider. Okay. That is an important piece of the puzzle here.
Meanwhile, Astral, after unfortunately falling down, now having a few more issues. Oh, and never mind, just got the observatory dash. Commentator's curse.
A blessing in this case.
Yeah. Oh, they are not getting the ball. Oh. Either they do not know about the slope jump up, or they
I
don't
thought
feel
it was just a
comfortable.
missile in observatory. Was I wrong?
I thought that was a ball, or do I misremember?
Oh. I guess we'll see again soon on Slucky side.
Yeah.
Slucky unfortunately has not enough missiles to actually open up Hydra or to do this
Okay.
fight fast.
Never mind, it
Hint,
was a
hint.
missile in observatory.
What could have been done about this? Nice drops there, though.
Wait, where was Spider Ball then?
Spider Ball,
Check.
we are thinking, is in Chozo Temple behind Plasma.
Ah, okay.
And so that's why I've kind of come around to thinking we just should bite the bullet, get our Plasma,
Gotcha.
get our Spider, and then proceed into labs.
Then I switched those two up.
Gosh, this seed is awful with the backtracking. Because now, for all we know, something good is Spider locked in Chozo. So
It could.
there'll be yet another backtrack.
But how many spider locked locations are there in Chozo? There's the one in Ruined Fountain.
Fountain, Upper Dynamo, and Ghosts. All would come into logic with
Ah.
Spider. I guess that's it.
That's not.
Okay, yeah. Astral gonna commit to just bailing here. We're gonna grab the artifact from the end later. Maybe that's why we didn't grab the missile. Is because we were kind of expecting to just say
Swap out anyway.
reset out of here without it.
But yeah.
Yeah, and this is another place where, like, if we lived in the universe where we went back for plasma before making this play, now if we choose to do Thardus, we have plasma for it, which is pretty nice. As is, we're probably gonna need to back out. Now it's okay. We can just go through. We can go through like Twin Fires to get to the back of Thardus later in our next pass into. Well, that's a great either though, because we need to get that spider out of Shorelines. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we also logically need Boost Ball for Training Chamber.
correct.
So
Training Chamber is a suit. And we are not entirely positive which one.
it would be nicer if it would be face on, because then they don't have to play for the int.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other side, not having to search for gravity to escape from Gravity Chamber would also be helpful for them.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, navigating Control Tower, avoiding the fight trigger. Sleep done. Where's the snipe?
And Astral now currently picking up Plasma.
Where are we off to now on the Astral side?
That is a good question.
Maybe this could be the far Chozo play, I suppose. Vanilla Ice is a possibility for us.
The beginner standable is in logic, so. And it's not really difficult to pull off, so probably.
This play scares me without Spider though, because like Ice could just be in like Upper Furnace or something if we haven't scouted that yet. I don't remember if either runner did, but that is not terribly fun to try to get without Spider. All right, decision point for Slucky. Are we gonna keep all this stuff, including the artifacts, or are we leaving? Spider, we are believing, is in. Sorry, okay, we're grabbing the item
leaving.
and resetting. Spider was in Chozo Ice Temple, we believe.
So phase on plasma being locked.
That's Phazon suit in Training Chamber. No, in Chozo Ice. Oh my gosh.
This has been a wide ride.
Well, whatever item it is, it seems good. Phazon in Training Chamber. Okay. Phazon not gravity. So yeah, we do want that Spider then. If we're not going to be trying to learn Training Chamber roll call on the fly. Yeah, both Astral. Well, actually, has Slucky checked Training Chamber Magma Pool area? I don't actually remember. Astral certainly has.
Oh, Slucky. I don't think Slucky checked because Slucky didn't have PBs at the time, I think.
Yeah. Interesting. So maybe Slucky will have an opportunity to do that now after grabbing the plasma. And in fact, yeah, we still have. So we have a lot of the cleanup here to do on Slucky's side. I forgot that Astral hadn't pushed this far into Chozo either.
Yeah, I thought Astral already killed Zoid, but
yeah,
apparently not. They may just went into Dynamo Chamber and then save up out from there.
Mm-hmm. Starting to run slightly low on locations for this ice beam. My fear is just that it's upper. My fear is that it's like something like Upper Dynamo or Ghosts, and we're meant to be beelining that Spider Ball, which Astral is not doing. I do a little bit question the commitment. The seat sucks. Like I get it, like you come to Chozo, the last thing you want to do is immediately turn around and leave.
I mean, theoretically, if we know where Spider is, what if the next progression after Spider would have been Thermal?
Yeah.
And then we were expected to go kill Thaddeus?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like the next time I'm in Fen, like when I go back to pick up Spider Ball, I think at that point you should just do Thardis Quarantine Monitor and Workstation before you leave, just to truly rule out everything, all the ice beam possibilities, and then all you're really left with is your Spider Lock Chozo checks and Far Chozo.
Yeah. Ooh, Sluggy's feeling comfortable enough with these scan dashes. That's nice to see.
Yeah.
Oh. And of course, why did I say it? They fail.
How could you need
Maybe I should just shut my mouth.
Oh no.
Why did I say anything?
Nice wraparound jump there to salvage that.
Also, I got distracted. What was in Furnace?
I was distracted too. Shoot.
Ah, well.
Nothing in Furnace.
Nothing,
Thank
okay.
you, Alan.
Mocktoid. Nothing Toid. It is a missile, it seems like. Both players have checked Tower of Light.
Well, I don't think Slucky... Did Slucky make it all the way to the top?
Oh. I thought they did. Or that they just fall down and then decide to do tower chamber. Oh,
Yeah, they might have bailed on it. Maybe we'll go back up, give it another try, and or just missiles on the first layer and check it in the cutscene.
yeah, it would at least very much peek it if you don't have the.
Oh, no, we're going again. Yeah, maybe they just fell down into the drink and decided to do tower chamber at that point, which is perfectly reasonable. There we go. That's good dash.
Meanwhile, Astral is nearing up on anti-chamber. Let's see if that has any progression. Also, you don't happen to know by chance who generated the seed?
I did. I am
Oh.
responsible as always. Well, not as always, but as often. Yeah, only thing we can get in an antechamber logically right now is a ice beam. We can lockpick that item using a power bomb. If Astral is familiar with that technique.
How difficult is that lockpick to perform? I'm aware that that method exists, but I have no clue on how or why it even works.
It's not too bad. So basically, power bombs can open doors. So you lay a power bomb on the blue side of the door, quickly roll into the room far enough that the door closes while the power bomb is still active, and it'll hit the blue side of the door again, and put it into that state where it's primed to open when you approach it again.
I see.
But yeah, generally, like if you have the door already closed, lay a power bomb and just hold forwards pressed up into it and keep holding forwards into the room. That should generally just work.
I see. But in
The
this
antechamber
case,
one is more picky than the chapel one, so maybe that advice only works on chapel. I actually am not entirely sure. Boost ball helps if you have boost to boost into the room.
yes, and you can just go ahead. And yeah. Fortunately for us, anti-chamber wasn't actually useful, so nothing much lost there except maybe the time.
That's insane. It can be done with normal bombs. That's actually insane. Yeah, Slucky went for the Hote, or no, Astral went for the Hote check. I don't know if we saw that or not. And just like that, we are fairly synced up here, heading for the spider ball.
Yeah,
All tied
I
up in
think Astral has
artifacts.
done a few more checks than Slucky. And thus has a bit more knowledge. Oh, they also have the knowledge of the suit and training chamber.
That's actually very big knowledge. Yeah, Slucky didn't go back there, did we?
That definitely helps very much with routing.
It is somewhat fortunate that like the artifacts are free, and the hint is going to say Chozo if that is face on, and that really narrows it down a lot.
Yeah. Because we have done like 70-ish% of all chosen checks already.
Mm-hmm. It might bait Slucky. Like probably if I'm Slucky, I'm going to do like all of the elders in the Elder Chamber first. So it probably is like one of the last locations in Chozo we'll get to, but still, at the end of the day, it's not that many locations that we're going to need to clear. Yeah, Phase on Mines might just be deleted. If it doesn't have Boost Ball, we don't really care about anything down there.
It can be ice because Phase on Mines is locked by Ice Beam from either side, so... At this point we are only really searching for Ice Beam, Boost Ball, and maybe Gravity. We know Gravity Chamber has an artifact, but very much depends on how comfortable the runners are with escaping there.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see, are we going to finish up our Fendrana play here? We can do Thardis, we can do Qmon and Workstation. Problem is only one of those three checks is in Logic right now. Or we can chase the Spider Ball back to Chozo for those three, well, two checks, I suppose. It's only because we've seen that Fountain isn't anything.
We've seen Antechamber, so either Ghosts at Plant, or... What was the other one I'm missing?
Ghosts or Upper Dynamo.
Right.
Yeah, we're heading straight back to the temple here. And just like that, yeah, we remain pretty synced. Kind of cool how
Well,
much like the routes did diverge for a bit there, but this convergence is kind of fun to see.
mhm. Even though this convergence does not mean that both runners are on equal ground.
Yeah, but I don't think anything that Astral's. Well, no, yeah, sorry. The training chamber is big.
The training
I,
chamber
w- I was
is
gonna
really
say
important
the far
knowledge.
chozo is not that important, but training chamber is huge.
Also, the
Um,
fact that you know that that Fachoso isn't important makes it. Well, it theoretically could still have something in like other chamber. Because we couldn't get that one item without ice, but
yeah, like given that you're probably going to start in far chozo when you get the hint, like the checks that Astral has seen are all very quick when you're doing chozo backwards.
yeah.
So like that's not going to be a big time loss for Slucky, but yeah, the fact that Slucky won't know immediately that we need to be looking for boost ball um, could come up as to be somewhat important here. Yeah, it looks like both runners are gonna head. Oh no! More divergence. Astro gonna head over to the Thardus area. Slucky is gonna bail and take this spider back to Chozo. And part of this might be influenced by the fact that Slucky has done less in Chozo. There is more options there for a Ice Beam versus the one logical check we have in Quarantine Monitor.
Yeah.
Yes, Jeff. No Ice Beam yet. C was looking incredibly jet for a little while, but Ice Beam is being a little bit elusive for us. But our artifacts
It's
are
as
purely
usual with.
free. Once Ice turns up, it's going to be dipping into the back of labs to Research Core and Gravity Chamber. And we believe we have a known Phazon suit in Training Chamber. Ice and Boost, all we need.
Logically, at least. No, logically we would also need
Logically, at
Gravity
least.
Suit.
And maybe Boost can be somewhere silly locked by Gravity or something.
Actually, is the escape out of Gravity Chamber in logic? On this boosted?
No. The
Okay,
upper Gravity Chamber item requires Plasma and Grapple, and the lower one requires Gravity.
gotcha.
So yeah, so possibly we need Gravity logically for the lower item. And or practically, depending on the runner's skill sets here. All right, Slucky should be seeing TCA Training Chamber here. Get another look on our end to maybe get another data point in figuring out what the heck this suit is.
Or we at least narrowed it down to either Phazon or Gravity. That is
That's
something
true.
at least.
It is not a progressive Echo suit. It is not a Varia suit.
It is also not Boost Ball
That's
or
right.
Ice Beam or Thermal.
So I didn't actually see if Astral attempted to skip this Stardust fight here with a dash. I would have liked an
They
attempt
didn't
at the
dash,
Lotus
so I
dash.
don't think they did, but they did
Okay.
try to jump to the right.
I see. Yeah, being able to skip Stardust would have been nice here, just because Qmon is actually the check we're interested in.
That looked like Phazon to me.
It looked like Phazon to me too, but sometimes Gravity in the right lighting does look really dark.
So probably just good to assume that it's gonna be Phazon suit.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, whichever one of these areas is correct, Runner is going to have a little bit of an advantage. Astral in particular, like if Ice Beam is right here, we're going to get our artifacts just like that.
Yeah.
And then the hunt for Boost begins. But yeah, I mean, Boost is still definitely a pretty great equalizer here. There's so few checks that are actually locked by Boost in this game.
That would also be the other thing. If Ice Beam is indeed at Dardus, that
We're
would mean
not
that Boost
doing.
Ball
Oh,
could be behind
mhm.
Ice Beam. And we
True.
probably don't want that.
Yeah, at this point it seems somewhat likely that, because I don't even think Boost does really anything for us logically until we have Ice. So like I don't think Boost really would have been placed in this sphere, unless it was like the logic chain. In actuality, was a lot different than how we kind of experience it as the runners.
Yeah. Let's see, Upper Dynamo here has a missile.
Missile, okay.
Is there one check left, I think, here? Which
I
is
don't think
Ghost.
Slucky's done Ghost yet, but Slucky looked to be heading towards like, if you were gonna do Ghosts, I think you needed to do them first, since it's kind of awkward to get back to them now. Given that the roots are in the way, blocking the front door of Sun Chamber now.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I believe Astral made it. Oh, hello! What? Ice beam on
that was
TARDIS.
Ice Beam. Oh.
Where is this? Is this thermal right here? it might just be thermal right here. Okay, Astral in a really good position here. What's
Yep,
thermal
that
right
is.
That's so stupid.
Oh.
I mean,
that definitely puts Astro to an advantage. Now, the big question is, where's Boost Ball?
to answer him, yes. Yeah. When we saw that thermal, we were going to immediately turn around and fight TARDIS. That's funny.
Yeah, for all we know, I'm pretty sure Boost Ball could theoretically be on Omega Pirate.
Yeah, sure can.
Because we have basically everything else.
Yeah, this is a bit of a boost ball honor. This is definitely a seed where that wall crawl would be very, very powerful. But it's
Astral is
definitely
probably
kind of a challenge to
hoping
learn.
to get the Boost Ball somewhere in here in Farfen.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we're gonna grab these two artifacts, and then we'll see if I guess we'll see if Astral plays for the hint or not. I'm assuming we're not, because Astral has seen and knows that is phase on.
Yeah. That was definitely an interesting move, though, to just fight Darius without thermal.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I don't mind it. Like, we were, especially on Astral side, we are very low on checks that
Yeah.
can be ice. So at that point,
We
you just kind of got
only basically had 2 checks left in Chozo, so either we go back there and hope that we get something useful from there, or we just go for Darius.
Ooh, Sucky gets the peak. That was an E tank in Hall of the Elders. Nicely done.
I'm wondering, based on how confident they're going in here, I'm pretty sure that Astral probably has the skill to escape from Gravity Chamber without gravity.
I would think so as well. It is unfortunate that we don't have a power bomb, and nothing around here tends to like to drop them. So we might not, at this rate, we will not get a chance to check security or storage cave.
Oh, hello, Hunter Metroid.
Yeah, that's what the Seaminers trying to farm here. See if we can get a drop. The flying pirates are probably your best bet generally. Oh, we got a drop.
Oh, that's just right one.
Wow, that's lucky.
Lucky. Are they trying to beat that item? I
think
assume
so,
yes.
Yeah.
For me, it was just a complete bluey mess, so.
Missile. It was a missile down there. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Very lucky. I mean, given that it happened to Astral, I would say it was very unslucky.
Yeah, Astral had some astronomically luck there.
Nice. Alright, just need to tank for our troubles. Honestly, a nice health refill. I think we went from like 250 energy up to 700. Take that. 1 hour, 10-minute missile launcher for Slucky.
Yeah.
Oh my god, another E-tank.
Oh. That's a very comfortable E-tank amount.
Slucky taking this long, unfortunate backtrack. Gonna clean up ghosts here, makes sense. We've kind of committed to full clearing Chozo before heading back to the Thardis area, but yeah, this is gonna be pretty much a last location ice beam for Slucky. Feels bad.
You know, I wonder with the amount of health Astral has, whether maybe going to Omega Pirate to get a gravity suit also was viable. I doubt
Yeah.
it, but that would be very funny. The last artifact is in Gravity Chamber J, and what's missing for Go mode is basically Boost Ball. Yeah, to get the Phazon suit in Training Chamber.
Drone with the jukes there, even the wave beam homing not enough there. Alright, upper or lower? Lower. This was like, if you keep giving me tanks, I will keep taking them.
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
They definitely help. We don't want to have another situation that Slucky had, where they just escaped with 1 health out of Magma.
That was insane. I forgot about that, yeah. What a start. Is artifact number 6 for Astral. Just some rather tricky slip jumps here to get out. Let's see how this goes.
Oh. The first one?
Down. What?
This looks like they're being taught on the fly how to do that. Yeah, definitely looks like it.
Oh yeah, Ghost having boost would be actually like Slucky would probably be way ahead at this point. Like honestly, like yeah, whoever finds boost ball first is gonna have a pretty strong advantage because like Slucky is gonna get to this ice beam before too long here. Not that missile was 2 inches from your face. Okay, we are going back for it. I guess we maybe just slid off there. Still having a little bit of trouble with this last jump. I find this one the hardest. Other people tell me the second one's the hardest. But yeah, I actually have the most difficulty with this. Oh, that was the second jump. I'm silly. I actually find this one the hardest by a little bit. It could just be because I don't do it correctly.
But they're very close, so almost out. But yeah, at this point, Boost Ball can be basically anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
There's not a lot of locations that are locked by Boost Ball.
Lucky back
Unless...
in Lava Lake.
No, Tom, we are looking for boost because we have all of the artifacts. We know that Phazon suit is in Training Chamber, so we need Boost Ball to get that Phazon suit there. I guess Boost Ball... I know there's like a spinner on the way to Phazon Mines on one side. I don't know if you can reach that from the other side though.
So yeah, Boost is locking the 3 checks in the Life Grove area. It's locking Upper Elite Research, Plasma Processing. That might be it.
It could be in Crashed Frigate, I think.
Yes. Yeah, if gravity turns up, it can be in Crash Frigate. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, PMT can't be boost, given that boost is locking phase on. For some reason, it isn't anywhere past PMT. I don't think that's true. Am I wrong? I'm pretty sure it's fine to go through PMT without boost.
Yeah, I don't think there are any
I think
boost
I can
checks there.
expect you just roll through the phase on. Dude,
No,
you
you need
really?
boost. I don't think it would expect phase unless PMT. Phase unless PMT is a trick at a trick setting that is not enabled for this preset, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, no, yeah, it's in logic. It requires It requires phase on or beginner movement and taking a little bit of phase on damage, because you can't get over those crumble blocks without boost. So you are expected to take a little bit of phase on damage, but that is in logic. Beginner movement.
Gotcha.
So yeah, OP can't have boost ball. It's just PMT itself that cannot be boost.
Oh, if OP had boost ball, I'm pretty sure we had like an all bosses seat here because Plant had something, Sheegoth had something.
Early newborn requires. So it depends on your movement trick settings. So the minimum is if you have intermediate movement, it requires 13 energy tanks. And also because we play on normal damage strictness, you need 1.5 times that. So you need like so many E tanks that it's not even ever in logic, unless you play on strict damage runs. So
But yeah, what? No, we didn't have anything on Zoid, did we? Pretty sure Zoid was useless. Yeah. Oh well, there goes my all bosses stream.
all right, Slucky on track here to get the ice beam and then the 2 artifacts. He's going to find the
Yeah,
thermal
Slucky's
first,
gonna
and we'll
see.
see if we jump straight. I mean, there's nothing
Yeah.
else left, but
Yeah.
this is going to be annoying.
Getting thermal is like, especially before ice, is like 100% go to Thardus.
Yeah. hmm Yeah, I think that's a last location thermal into a quote-unquote last location ice beam, given that thermal only unlocked this and the workstation check we already saw on
Yeah.
the way. Astral going to be making the play into Farchozo with the ice beam in hand.
To get these last 2 items, I assume.
Yep. Great Tree
Failing
Chamber
to
can be boost, Life Growth can't, but we could also see a bar skip after this to start checking things out in mines.
We don't have Gravity Suit yet, so going through Crash Trigger is also probably unlikely to be done here by Astral.
Yeah, I'm in definitely no rush to do it here until gravity turns up. And I'm not even that necessarily going to be that inclined to do it even when gravity does.
There's only like, what, 3 checks in the entire frigate?
Mm-hmm.
All relatively slowish.
Yeah, doing it backwards is okay because you don't need to bother with any of the thermal puzzles, and you can save warp out of the room after cargo freight and skip the front little bit of frigate. Um, and yes, cargo freight could be grav. That is possible. You only need one of space jump or gravity to get down to cargo freight and back. You just need both to get all the way through in either direction. Oh, yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah, maybe it can only be vanilla grav down there, or it's vanilla grav. Gravity down there if you go in gravless. That's Krunai, but also like there isn't like anything before mines. I don't know. It is interesting, yeah, because it could be that just all of mines was completely deleted this seed. It is a good shout. Wait to see if we find either Grav or main PBs to actually open up phase on mines before boost. So boost is available. Nope, not here. I'm gonna head back and do Elder Chamber, I believe. And then what?
Then what is a good question? Wait, so what's the artifact that Slucky is? Ah, research core, right.
Yeah, Research Core and Grav Chamber left for Slucky.
Yeah.
We'll be cleaning those up now. But yeah, I'm trying to think. Is there actually anything in Logic besides Elder Chamber here? Given that we've already done Far Fen, we don't have main power bombs or gravity for mines. I think this is actually very likely to be something here.
Can we not go to mines?
No, we need main power bombs to get into PPC. We need gravity to get into Quarry.
Oh.
So yeah, I actually think this is actually a heads up play coming here, rather than just following Farfen into Far Mines. Yeah, this is progression of some sort, and if it's boost and all mines is deleted, you just saved yourself a whole lot of headache this seed.
Yep. And if it's gravity, then this is a very stretched out seed.
Ugh, yeah. So Astral looks like did not get that peak earlier, is going to grab Hall of Elders, get this E-Tank here, assuming I saw it correctly when Slucky was peeking it earlier. Is indeed an E-Tank. We are getting up there. Slucky in the meantime only has 3 somehow, although no, we're going to get 2 more
No,
like
4.
right here. So
Slucky has 4.
Oh, 4? Oh, and it's grayed out, I see. Yeah.
Yeah. I would have collected that.
Yeah, Slucky pretty aggressive with the skips. It's kind of is interesting. It's not Elder Chamber. What are we missing?
You need main PBs for mines because there's Bedensium in the way.
Yeah, so we're talking
Magmas.
logically. So yeah, I mean, any power bomb expansion you grab, you can obviously use and destroy power bomb rubble with. But
Yeah.
the game will always place the main power bomb launcher before it ever expects you to do anything that requires power bombs. So the fact that we haven't seen it yet means that the game is intending for us to go somewhere else right now. What is cargo free? Is it? Oh my god, is it gravity there? Because is that what we established? Is that if we are expected to go there, it has to be gravity?
I don't think it has to be gravity, but I think it can be gravity. But if that would be the case, I'm pretty sure Asa would have just gone back.
Yeah, I thought it was logical to leave cargo freight with only spaceship and no gravity. Oh yeah, Astral says ghosts and dynamo chamber to do here.
Right.
And there are the 6 artifacts for Slucky.
No, Slucky didn't collect the one in research core yet.
Oh really? Oh okay. My bad.
Yeah, after they've gotten Ice Beam from Thaddeus, they just
Game straight here.
yeah. At least if
I guess the order doesn't really matter whether you do
Compass
this or
correctly.
research core first. I think it's completely the same. Slucky's turn to fight these slope jumps here.
Meanwhile, where is Astral going now? Because they don't have a lot of checks left. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
it's
the
feeling
only
like they're
logical
definitely
check
on
they
the-
have left is cargo freight lift.
Yeah, I think ghosts, I think, are still on the table potentially, and then yeah, both. Well, we'll see if Slucky's going to make the same play of sticking to things that are fully in logic here, which in Slucky's case would be finishing up this, um, grabbing that last artifact, and then Elder Chamber and Cargo Freight. Astral's backing out here. Is this going to be the frigate play?
Likely.
Gravity there would be so cursed.
Gravity there would be really, really cursed. But what I wonder is, since Thermal unlocked Ice Beam, wouldn't we have gotten progression by something from Ice Beam?
You would think that. The problem is like, yeah,
Randavania
you
does
would think
things.
that. But I guess we did, right? Because Thermal is Ice Beam locked.
Or Thermal can't be Ice Beam locked because you needed Thermal to fight Thaddeus, no?
But sorry, Cargo Freight is Ice Beam locked. So whatever's here was
Oh,
the Ice Beam locked
right.
progression you were
I forgot
talking
about the store.
Yeah.
Right.
So he did get out of lower gravity there. Nicely done.
Please don't be gravity. That would be horrible.
Honestly, main power bombs is like almost worse logically because then you're to just turn around and go all the way to the other entrance to mines.
Right.
Let's just hope for a boost ball. That'd be lovely.
Yeah. Chat, of course, wants the entertainment.
Ooh, Astral going for this manipulation of the water box here, it looks like. I honestly don't know exactly how this works, but basically you can
I don't either. I know Sam has explained to me once something about you transitioning between the rooms messes up where the game thinks you're in the water box something. If Thomas and Chetty is probably able to explain it better than me.
do need to learn that. It actually does save quite a bit of time when you're trying to do this grabless.
Yeah.
And there is artifact number 6. So one more scan, sorry.
There is artifact number 6.
And just a boost ball left to find for both of these players. Astral with 1 check left, which is right here in logic. Slucky with 2 checks in logic, but we'll see if either runner decides to sequence break. Now, if this is anything but boost, Slucky can just sequence break here. Oh, rude!
Oh, of course, it's
so
the worst
mean.
option.
Alright, well, OP's in logic.
Yep. We're going to mines, everyone.
So the question is Slucky gonna sequence break to mines here? Or follow the logical breadcrumbs? We are heading down. We would do this one way or the other. The question is, are we going to see a save warp, or are we going to head towards this elevator? If Slucky does gamble on mines here, this race again becomes extremely even. But it looks like Slucky is going to follow the logic here.
I doubt this will be a 2.5 hour seat, because the only thing now basically left is mines, because Astral has everything else checked. We have Plasma already. Plasma was at 3. And I don't think Astral takes an hour to check all of mines and beat Exo and Ridley and Essence.
Nye's got the answer. Gravity on OP, boost and hat.
Oh boy.
Out of bounds
is not. Yeah,
okay.
Out of bounds is allowed. It's just because these are relatively beginner people. They are unlikely to use any out of bounds tricks. We have seen a few. I know that Astral did the out of bounds to our chamber in order to get one power bomb expansion out of logic early.
Yeah, Slucky ended up doing the same later as well.
Right.
Both runners just wait to have bombs before attempting it. And yeah, I mean, and yeah, as we've seen, if either runner knew the training chamber wall curl, that is absolutely what we would have seen this seed.
Yeah, because going. How long have we been searching for boost now? For like half an hour, I want to say.
And yeah, Jeff says we are synced. Now I think we're gonna desync here probably, given that Slucky I think is gonna go check Elder Chamber, which Astral has done, and then after Elder is a bust, probably gonna head down to Cargo Freight, and then get the wonderful news that actually the whole world is in logic. Yeah, Echoes Out of Bounds is a lot more flexible in terms of what you can do, and also there's way more items in Echoes that are annoying to find and skippable.
But even if an Echoes Mentor tournament would happen, I don't think many people would immediately go start with using out of bounds everywhere.
That's entirely fair. I would definitely be tempted to try to teach, like if anyone was even beginning to get comfortable with out of bounds, like getting your hints and echoes is so strong,
Yeah.
and not needing to
It
find supers
is
and seekers.
far easier in Echoes than it is in Prime,
Mm-hmm.
but it still feels very out of scope, I wanna say, for a Mentor tournament.
I would agree. Yeah. Ooh, that was almost first try bar skip there for Astral.
That's so interesting. Well, I guess it makes sense that Astro does not want to backtrack all the way back to Magma to get their logical entrance into mines.
Mm-hmm.
So you're skipping putting the bars back in. But
And
as
I'm
we
even
all
worse
know
because I don't
here,
even call it bars skip. I call it bar skip. Like you're only skipping one of these 5 bars. Or is it
as
6?
we all know
I can't even
here,
count.
the Prime community has gotten some really good naming for their tricks. Metroid Prime has the best names. Like, I'm very glad we're calling them slope jumps now, and not whatever they were named before.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, in terms of the actual in-game geometry, you're probably not wrong, MDS. Probably is actually just 1 bar. Hey, we get it. Nicely done,
Hey,
Astral.
nice.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Metroid Prime has gone through some trick renaming schemes, but definitely not all of them. I know that Ice Beam before Flagra is also a bit of a weird naming name, because sometimes you don't get Ice Beam before Flagra.
Yeah, Ice Beam before Flagra after Flagra is an
Yeah.
excellent trick name.
Ice beam before Flagra, after Flagra, before Flagra. I'm sure we can go on with that. Yeah, meanwhile Slucky is also going to cargo freight lift and getting their main power bomb soon, which is, I'm sure, also gonna get a fun reaction out of them.
hmm This is interesting because, like, I feel like once I get into the like mid late game, I like stop caring about the logic chain. And like in this seat, it would have worked out for me, but like there are definitely seats where I would have gotten very punished here. Like if this was just boost ball, I'm blast locating this, even though mine's is completely
Yeah, I
deleted
guess
in that
since
universe.
we basically have the chance between one check and frigate or doing all of mines, so I guess the thought process was we want to skip doing mines at all and just hope that mines was deleted,
Mm-hmm.
which turned
And
out to
then
not be the case.
yeah, yeah, it's the kind of like 2/3 of the time this is dead in a very slow thing. That just puts the whole rest of the game in logic, so you might as well be doing the whole rest of the game. But 1/3 of the time, it is just the answer and you instantly win.
Yeah.
It's like you could opt to continue here. Oh no, we can't. We don't have boost.
Nope, that
We
is the
could,
one thing we are searching for.
yeah.
The
We
whole
could
reason why
proceed to
we...
Biohazard, but yeah, I'm a little less enthused about proceeding to Biohazard when we can't actually get all the way through Frigate here.
Yeah.
We'll see. It'll actually be very important which way Slucky goes here after the save warp. If Slucky heads and does bar skip, Astral is just going to be strictly ahead. If we make the far Magmar play and it's in lower mines, this gets very interesting.
We will see in a few minutes.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Oh!
Ooh.
Oh!
Oh, forgot to save.
Maybe looking for some refill too here. Power mines is very expensive ammo. That was my words. Um, Phase on mines is very power bomb intensive, so getting a refill there is good. And yeah, we are going towards Farm Magmar and PPC. That is not the answer in in lower early research.
Yeah, I guess power mines is what you call it when we have a seat like this where we know that mines are something useful.
Uh, the issue that's not even like my worst. Save Buster is still, I think, my best brain shutting down for a nanosecond moment.
But yeah, this is the one room where Astral's probably gonna be stopped in a second because they would need boost ball to progress farther from here.
Yeah, so we
They,
can manipulate the spinner, and to get out of the room, you don't need to do very much of it at all. To get the item is a huge pain, although that item is never going to be. Ooh, whoops.
oh, did they pick the item? I don't
We
think they
picked the
did.
item as an E-Tank. No, maybe we are turning around.
Okay.
It looked like it was an accidental dash off
Yeah.
Calvin there. Yeah, okay, we are trying to continue. This is a much quicker way to the grapple beam room than
Even
having
though
to go all the way
just
back
repeatedly going in and out of the spinner isn't exactly the most pleasant.
here. Yeah, but honestly, yeah, you only need like 2 or 3 good spins to get it versus getting the item requiring a ton.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait, Buster getting a little bit of use there. A little bit there. That's a good one.
Ooh.
Honestly, even one more of those will do it.
Oh, yeah. Meanwhile, Slucky's still on the way to get to mines from here. And yeah, that's it for
Oh my
Astral.
gosh, yeah, we might be We might be in ECA at like exactly the same time here. Be
So
very
this could
close.
get
Astral
very, very close.
Astral may still be ahead, but it's gonna be very close. If it's not here in grapple room, this is very close.
Both runners have the exact same equipment. If they end up at basically the same spot, this can be basically determined by final bosses.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I mean there are long final bosses in this game. Plenty of room for execution, little things to add up.
Yeah.
Ooh, and Astral does have the challenge of this ore processing climb to get through as well. Luckily, we at least have grapple to get up to the item.
They could just do it vanilla now. Theoretically, they have bombs, they have spider ball.
It's true. It is not boost ball and PCA today.
Should be using the pipe as a slip.
Jeff feels very strongly about slips.
Is it a pipe or
It's
is it a
not
tube?
here. All right, it's not there. We have an extraordinarily even race. If Slucky chooses lower mines first, I guess that is the big if. Slucky could still head up,
which we will see in a few.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. We're triggering the fight. Are we gonna do at least ECA? Like doing ECA here before lower mines makes a ton of sense. The question is, do we go any farther than this? And oh my god, this sync is gonna be unreal if Slucky turns around. It's gravity. Oh god. Well.
Gravity being here.
Oh no.
This is the point where I would honestly follow the logic and risk going to frigate. Because having gravity here is, in my opinion, unlikely to have now boost on whatchamacallit, on the rest of lower mines.
Yeah, I think so. The issue is like even with the weighting factors though, you're only getting 2 checks in frigate versus the 6 or 7 that are in lower mines here. So you do have the sheer quantity of checks down here.
These are also 6 or 7 checks that are less likely to have our boost ball.
Mm-hmm.
Because we can't really unlock anything else in Phazon with gravity. They have all 6 artifacts, but they need boost ball to get to Phazon suit.
Yeah, Phazon is in training chamber.
And we have been searching for boost ball for almost a full hour now.
It's like he's just heading straight to frigate. Are we actually doing upper mines loop first? Doing an inquiry makes sense one way or the other. I am very curious if we head straight to frigate here or not. It feels like such an all or nothing gamble to me, though.
Yeah, very much, but
it's like by the time you get to Biohazard, you're kind of in the you're on an island, checks wise.
I don't know how comfortable they feel with their current position in the race.
This is smart. Make a pivot save, go to the frigate, come back, keep doing mines. Ooh. Good play here. I like this.
But yeah, this seat is very silly. The only thing we basically don't have at this point is Ice Spreader and Flamethrower.
We are doing okay. This is probably fine, honestly, for Slucky. Just like it's gonna take Astral long enough to do lower mines that we can probably afford to do this first before frigate and still be ahead. So I think this just comes down to, is it in frigate or is it in lower mines?
That was a missile.
Did Slucky do vanilla grapple in ore processing?
Pretty sure they did.
Okay, so all we need to get to is we just need to do phase on elite, and we can quit back to quarry, and then we can do frigate and quit back to quarry, and then we can do lower mines. It might be the play here. I think I like that a lot.
Because it's basically now a 50-50. Either boost ball is on our way down, or boost ball isn't frigate. I'm personally inclined to say boost ball isn't frigate.
So where is Slucky gonna go? So we're gonna do this fight presumably, and then quit out rather than walking back.
But yeah, funnily
Okay,
enough,
yeah, do we commit to frigate after
the
this?
seeds Eugene Baha are both very bad, but also very entertainment providing. So
I legitimately thought this was going to be a sub-hour seed. How wrong I was. Oh my gosh.
one sub-hour minus boost ball perhaps. But because like I'm pretty sure we had this in the other race yesterday or the day before yesterday as well, where both winners were extremely close at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Where it literally just came down to EXO and Essence.
Yeah, Astral barely missing the swag grapple dash. Does get this nice back up there. You can grab onto that glider from the mushroom down there. Saves you having to go all the way back to the start of the reset. And are we going to frigates? Lower Mines is a losing play here. Slucky doesn't know that,
not.
but Astral is too far ahead. We are going to frigates. Or we're not.
Well,
Oh, no.
that would have been the play here.
We even have the pivot save.
Yeah. Which now brings Astral a bit ahead again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is actually a very sizable lead at this point.
Because Slucky at this point will probably check all of lower mines.
Mhm.
And thus basically do the exact same thing as Astral.
Alright, the frigate play wasn't going to work anyways.
Yeah.
Looks like it's Astral's game here.
Yeah.
Speed B for Astral. Just needs to save warp out of MQB, head back to training chamber, take care of some final bosses.
Interesting. Then I wonder what that gravity location was.
That's one of those, like, it has to be somewhere. We've checked almost everything in the game, so it might have just been non-logically dropped somewhere. And that
yeah, it could have been after Boost Ball was placed.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah, and that's where, like, at these stages of the game where, like, 70% or more of the seed is open to you, it starts being really hard, in my opinion, to follow the logic and, like, make decisions on items like that.
Yeah, because you don't know whether logic actually wanted you to follow that, or whether it was just filler place at the end, basically.
Exactly.
Oh, is that our validator? Ah,
nice,
well.
we take that. That is nice for final bosses.
Yep. Would have been a very fun flex though if that would have been flamethrower.
Let's hope Astral avoids. I have made this mistake before of finding Boost Ball being in go mode and being like, "All right, time to go." And we go straight to Ridley,
and then realizing
without actually picking up phase on. Yeah. So hopefully you remember training chamber here. At least we have two sets of eyes on the race, at least here tonight. So I don't think that's too likely.
They are good. But yeah, what is seed? A lot of back and forth and back and forth.
the Chozo to Fen logic chain at the start was so miserable. what was it? It was like X-Ray and Magmor to come back to the start of the game to get Wave, to go back to get what, Supers? Yeah, to come back to get Plasma. Like, jeez.
Yeah. Hey, at least Thermal was relatively close to Ice Beam.
True, yeah.
In a location where you don't want to have either of them.
Well, and the problem is like that region becomes a lot more interesting to go to once you have Thermal. So when Thermal is there, like
Yeah.
when are you actually going to make that play? The answer is you're going to last location, as both runners did. Um,
And Astral will be collecting their Phazon suit in a few minutes.
mm-hmm.
So we have full tracker minus flamethrower.
Yes. How far behind is Slucky here? Maybe like 5 minutes? So like in the grand scheme of things, over a 2-hour race, this is definitely very close. But it does seem pretty difficult pretty unlikely, I suppose, to say that.
Yeah.
This can turn
Astral
out
would
here
need to
for Slucky.
have a really bad Ridley and Prime fight.
Mm-hmm. What super? What was that super? It just like dove into the ground.
Metroid Prime for the Nintendo GameCube. Slucky is struggling here with the slope jump. Slope jump, the scan dash a bit also doesn't help.
Is it done?
And after almost 2 hours, we are finally in go mode.
God, when did we? And like Astral had wave so early. Like when did Astral scout this? Probably like 30-minute mark.
I wanna say earlier,
Yeah.
but yeah, somewhere around the 20-minute mark, I wanna say.
That's wild. But we made it back. Courtesy of, what, Fungal Hall B was that? Boost Ball? Yeah, no love for Piston Tunnel, unfortunately. Not actually sure what the fastest route here is. It's like we're
I
at the
really just
Gathering
had to think for a moment and actually remember what room Goody even was.
Hall. Yeah, Piston Tunnel's not that. It's like annoyingly slow, but it's like it's one room versus a whole bunch. And then from there, I'm still not sure if it's faster to go to Nursery and save warp versus just walking out.
But yeah, both runners holding up fairly well, considering what the seed had them go through.
Mm-hmm. Cargo freight logic was so stupid too.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
there's a lot of stupid logic in this one.
Yeah, because I didn't even think about that. Yeah, we last located Ice Beam and then immediately last located the thing that Ice Beam actually even opened up.
I think the only thing that would have been worse is if Boost Ball would have been on OP.
Yeah.
That would have been like the icing on the cake on this one.
Yeah, so keep going for this intermediate or this strat here to get up to the room in the middle of it rather than having to go all the way back to the step. But yeah, it's pretty easy to bonk your head or not get enough height here. Yeah, we came up and just head back to the start. And yeah, we are into the Ridley fight for Astral. We do have that boost ball for this fight. After working so hard for it, at least we get to use it to skip the phase 2 here.
Yeah. And at this point, I don't think Slucky's gonna catch up at all anymore. Like, even if Astral died at, like, the end of Essence, with how much time Slucky now lost, don't think there's any chance of coming back. Unless Astral somehow died twice to Essence.
Yeah, get the boost ball off. Unfortunately, it looks like we're not going to be able to set up the manip here on Ridley. Nice snipe, though. Starting out strong here in the fight. Alright, Ridley continuing to play nice after that first dash attempt. One more, though, unfortunate. One more ought to do it with a super, should end the fight here. Nope, we're going to go for missiles, that will extend it by one more, but Ridley plays nice, and down it goes.
And we are in Crater at 155.
As Astral enters Crater, Slucky enters Go mode, but does still need to go back and pick up that phase-on suit from Training Chamber before they will be ready for final bosses.
I'm getting a bit annoyed by the Metroids there.
Slope jump at the edge of the room. Nicely done. We'll see how the dentist's office goes for Astral.
Oh, is that a nickname for this room?
Yeah. Well, I like anyways. I don't know
mean, it
why.
makes sense.
I don't know why all the platforms look so much like teeth, but they sure do.
Maybe to symbolize that this planet is being eaten from the inside.
Mm-hmm. A little bit of trouble getting.
Oh, and it looks like Slucky did not collect that ice splitter.
Okay, so that is a little bit of advantage Astral will have.
That together with being like probably 10 minutes ahead at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, nothing too much now going on. Just Astral going to Exo. Slucky picking up their phase-on suit finally.
They ripped out this music from part 3.
How dare Retro ripping off their own music.
Yeah, it is interesting that Phase-on Core is like one of the few rooms in the game where there's actually infinitely respawning enemies. Or not that many.
Are they
examples of
fission Metroids or normal Metroids here in?
Yeah, in Phase-on Core it's the fission Metroids.
Okay.
2 of them will keep spawning.
Because fission Metroids are already annoying to begin with. If you don't have power bombs. I know that in PAL a bunch of Metroids got changed to fission Metroids, but I don't think they infinitely respawn.
So we get clipped by an orb. But I think with like 10 E-tanks, I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, nice missile count for this fight as well. We'll be able to use our ice spreader and super missiles.
You didn't even realize it. Astral has like double the amount of E-tanks that Slucky has.
Yeah. Yeah, Slucky has been definitely looking to save those, couple seconds, skipping some of the expansions and tanks and stuff that are nearby but not free. Whereas
Yeah.
Astral's been a little more willing over the course of the seed to grab things, spend a couple seconds to grab something.
Which, considering nothing really makes you lose time here, is just a bad idea to just collect the item. Because you never know when you're actually gonna run out of missiles, for example.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I encourage players who like to skip that aggressively on the expansions to watch their races back carefully and watch how much time they spend farming health or missiles in certain places, and compare that to the amount of time they would have spent grabbing pickups. Because at some point, it is correct, stop grabbing upgrade, the miners and stuff. But there's definitely I've seen it both ways, where there's some people that'll pick up stuff even when there's no way they would ever need it anymore, and also I've seen people skip stuff when it would have helped them in the long run.
Just
To have just spent a couple seconds now to avoid farming or playing conservatively later.
here, for example, that's also a really good example. Where Slucky, I didn't watch the stream, so I can't really say. I think they just boosted straight to the save station after having collected boost ball. And Astral, losing the 10 seconds there, actually checking the item and collecting Ice Spitter from there, definitely helped them out here with Exo a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So even though you are in go mode, it doesn't necessarily mean that if you have the little time to spare, that it doesn't hurt checking a bit more item locations.
Mm-hmm. Almost done here in Subchamber 4. This might actually be the last cycle. Can't quite tell from the health up. No, one full one to go. One more shot ought to do it here. Nice. I'm going to be into Essence here as Slucky continues the Ridley fight. Baiting him towards the wall. Don't know if that... Did the boost land? It did. Okay. This was actually a very cool Ridley from Slucky. I wonder if this is reproducible, because Slucky got Ridley so close to the wall that even after the enrage phase where he staggers backwards a step and normally makes enough distance to start dashing, Slucky got straight claw or mouth opens there. Astral does a nice job there. I was very worried about getting a pool skip there, but I think Astral kind of realized that was potentially a risk and let Essence move to a slightly better location. This is still not a good spot. That's a little better.
Meanwhile, Slucky entered Impact Rate at 2 hours and 3 minutes, so around 8 minutes behind. Probably gonna lose a bit more time due to the missing Ice Splitter.
Actually, a very clean phase encore, though. Actually, probably made up a couple seconds on Astral just in that room alone.
Come on, Essence, lay the last pool.
Yeah, one more ought to do it. Just a little bit of health left. And Astral should be able to close this out, take their second win of the tournament. Really into it, and down it goes.
GG for Astral.
Yeah, it's a race time of 2:04:39. Get your GGs in chat for Astral. So Slucky will opt to finish up here with only a little bit of final bosses left.
Yep, only the little bit of Exo and Essence.
We will, of course, as always, extend some interview requests to our racers today. If they are able to join us.
And hello Astral.
Hello.
How was that seat that Bahajint?
It was okay until Boost Ball.
Yeah, I know. There was a point where I thought this was going to be like a sub-hour seed. The artifacts were friendly. We knew where Phazon was. Just get Boost Ball.
I wish I could, but
Yeah.
alas, I am not capable of deturning Chamber out of bounds or anything like that. So.
Yeah, that's
Not
entirely
yet, at
understandable.
least.
Also, big shout outs to my mentor Dace for teaching me lower craft chamber slope jumps on the fly.
Nice. Yeah, Meepy actually did kind of catch on to that. That it looked like some explaining
Yeah.
was going on. You got that actually very quickly then for doing that for the first time. That's actually really impressive. Nicely done.
I've seen it done in a race that I've come before, so I know like roughly where to stand. So, but I'm happy that it worked as well as it did for sure.
Yeah.
Why in the world did that boost need to be in Fungal Hobby?
I know.
It could have been worse. It could have been an OP.
True. I had a really big scare when we got the main power bombs because I thought that might have broken our neck.
Yeah.
But,
Like all things considered, I think both you and Slucky routed relatively similar.
Alright.
Like in the grand scheme of things. But
Yeah, the big early game difference was you made the early-ish play to sequence break Root Cave and Arbor Chamber. And so you had that wave and power bomb your first pass into Fen, which ended up
And that
helping.
means-
The middle of this game, the middle of the seed was so much logical back and forth between Fen and Chizo to get all those stinking items.
Yeah.
And like sequence breaking the sequence breaking the X-ray into wave part of it like saved you a trip in both directions. That's something you had to do, and that kind of put you ahead. And really that lead was just kind of maintained through most of the rest of the seed. Both of you obviously last located the thermal and ice beam because I mean, yeah, that's a really
Who wouldn't?
and similarly.
As soon as I saw that ice beam, I just yelled out like I knew it. I goddamn knew it. Because like just before we like decided to go to Thurdus, I just like I went like ice beam has been there so often lately in my seats.
I liked the kind of trying to stay in logic and not dipping into mines until you'd exhausted everything. Of course, cargo freight, your last location with the worst possible item there, the main PBs you already had, just to show you that you could go anywhere in the game.
There was like a big, there was a conflict in my head, like whether I just go to mines despite what they said, or just follow a suggestion.
It's a tough one. I feel like
it is basically the conflict of do I risk an area being completely excluded and getting that item early, or do I risk potentially leaving that item behind but getting all of the other checks?
Overall, I'm glad how that went. Even if well, cargo freight that could have been skipped.
Yeah, no, overall, I think both of you honestly played really well. The race was like this is a 5-minute difference or so, but like it's been, aside from like that kind of early game lead that came from the earlier wave being, like both of you definitely were keeping up with each other overall over the course of the seed.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a
That's
very,
pretty cool.
very rude logic
Something-
chain, very rude boost ball.
Something that I
Yeah.
definitely got mixed up by is that once you got gravity in, where was it?
Elite control access.
Correct. Once you got there, my thought process was that boost ball would be in the rest of frigate.
That's what they said as well. Like, we had the same worry, but we're just committed to mine since we were there already anyway.
Yeah.
Go all in or just lose.
Oops, I forgot that kills the audio.
Which, funnily enough, if you would have then went to frigate, that would have probably been your loss.
Yep. I also thought like mines has more checks. Like gravity might gravity relatively often is just kind of bait.
Yeah. Which turned out to
That
be the
does-
case then after.
There is the dot done.
And
for Slucky.
GG for Slucky at 2:11 on the dot. Only like what, 7 minutes behind? They definitely caught up at the end.
It looks like Slucky will have to not do the interview today.
Ah well,
No worries there.
unfortunate,
But
but
I wish Slucky a nice vacation.
Yeah. Yeah, good luck,
Definitely.
Slucky.
yeah,
in the,
after that,
remaining couple rounds.
that seed definitely gonna need some rest.
Yeah,
Like literally, I think the only thing that would have been worse is boost ball and OP.
yeah. I think what would have may have been worse if I decided to check PPC and then peek PCA and saw boost ball there. But it wastes time, obviously. But sometimes I just am so inclined to do it. I never actually do. So
Yeah. Any other thoughts on that seed besides the horrendousness that it was?
boost ball is just my nemesis in Prime 1. It's just cursed. Me and boost ball would never becoming friends, I think. But yeah. GG's.
Yeah, GG's. Yeah, nicely played.
On both sides, for both you and Slucky.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I'm surprised how. Yeah, first on how quickly you learned that gravity chamber escape, and also just the routing and movement in general.
I'm not really all that I'm not happy with my movement, but I can say that it improved vastly over the last 2 weeks.
Yeah,
It
that's
was
like
much worse before.
the goal of this tournament here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I am happy that I could actually use burst skip. That is also something that I learned just a week ago or two. It
That's
took
awesome.
a bit, but it worked.
Yeah, that's a very good tool to have in your toolbox for approaching these seeds. It's a great way into upper mines.
And
Yeah, nicely done.
another little casual first time thing I've done was to skip the sigils in Arboretum. That's the first time I ever did that bomb jump as well.
Oh yeah, that basket, I completely forgot about that. That was also really impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's like one of the tricks that can be really, really annoying.
Yeah, I had to refocus at least once because I just failed it a little and then I lost focus. I really noticed how I just kind of lost my focus there. So every time I unmorphed and I redid the camera, that's when I tried to refocus, so I could actually get that first skip.
Yeah, no, I definitely find like for me like the stick direction I push when I get hit by the air bomb like is reliant on the camera being in a certain facing. So like definitely if you miss it and your camera goes kind of sideways, like it could be worth for sure the time to reset it so that you can actually kind of normalize the trick a bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Lesson learned: just because the seat looks like a baby seat does not mean it actually is a baby seat.
Nope. That is
Still insane. Like,
that is a lesson everyone playing and everyone watching can take away as well.
yeah.
Mhm.
Because
I can
you were literally in go mode minus boost ball at like 40 minutes. Both of you.
Yeah,
You spent
yeah.
almost an hour just for boost ball alone.
Just to eventually find it in fungal lobby. Dang. Yeah. That's your boost ball.
Happens.
Yep.
Hopefully not that often anymore.
Hey, at least this seed didn't have an artifact on OP or PCA for once, because apparently this tournament
Well, I
really
think
likes its artifacts on OP.
if OP would have had an artifact, I think that you would have routed to mines way earlier and wouldn't have done the play to get to crash triggered first.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because here you literally only had like the dice roll of do I go mines or do I go frigate?
And the game tried to throw a curveball as well after Boombox. Well,
Yeah, I would have hated that gravity suit. Because yeah, at that point it just feels like, oh well, flip a coin. I win or lose the race based on this decision.
yeah. And we already made such a potentially made such a call before with going to frigate to Kurga Freylot in first place.
Mhm. Yeah, no, true. That that is slow enough of a check that if your opponent skips it, they can definitely have pulled ahead. But yeah, in this case, both of you ended up making that same call. Really, yeah. Just overall, towards the end, the routing was very similar. Just like the early the Suit Gets Broken Wave Beam and Power Bomb just like kind of smoothed out a few edges in the really awkward kind of mid game routing that both of you had to go through. And that ended up being the difference, I think.
Right.
But yeah. GG's once again. Do you have any last closing words?
No, I do not.
No.
Sounds good. So we do have another match coming up right here on this channel in just under 10 minutes. We will be featuring Eraldo versus McCollier. Stay tuned for that. Hopefully we can find ourselves a last-minute commentator here. Otherwise, it'll just be live tracked and restreamed. If anybody wants to volunteer last minute, we would greatly appreciate it. But otherwise, I think this will be just about it for week 3 here. We have this last race and one last async to get wrapped up tonight, and then we'll be moving on to week 4. More matches will be coming up over the week, so keep checking that schedule. Stay tuned. And I think with that, GG's again, Astral. GG's, Slucky. Thank you, Meepy. It was a pleasure co-commenting with you.
No problem.
And I guess with that, we will see you next mission.
See you next match.